welcome to the intuitive card reading for the month of February. We are already in the second month of 2025. How is the year going for you guys? Let me know down below. Please like this video. Please share this video with anybody that needs to hear what February has in store for us. And what else? Subscribe to this channel. And oh yeah, so feedback down below, guys. Just be kind. I'd love to hear any kind of feedback. If this resonates, if this doesn't resonate, it's all good. I just love the interaction, that's all. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's do it. What do we have for February and what do we need? Oh boy, we have the bully card again. Okay. Guys, I forgot to mention, same 3 decks, but I definitely shuffled, okay? I promise I shuffled. I shuffled especially the archetype deck like a million times over. So we've had this bully card maybe 3 times in a row in the last few readings. So, and I notice it goes back and forth. Okay, so this one is in the light. So it says highlight your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fear that bullies you. Okay, so we've got something in our lives in the last few months that is going back and forth with kind of testing us, right? And so this is under need, and it's basically saying it helps confront, you need to confront. So basically we're back to, in February, we're saying, okay, we need to, and also our own selves, right? So we can't be the bully. This comes down to control. Okay, I have been getting a lot of different cards, not just the bully, that really kind of signifies maybe being a little bit of a, trying to control other people, maybe to make us feel in control, because that's really the only reason why people do it, right? They feel like they're out of control, so they have to control others. So this is basically saying that we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to get rid of that bully archetype. We need to just stand up for ourselves, right? And it's under need, so it's saying, and again, has been in the readings for the last few readings. So yeah, Spirit is really trying to tell us something here. Let me see if there's anything I missed on the card here. Yeah, don't let people push you around is basically what it's saying. So we are standing up to that, and we need to stand up to that in February. Okay, what do we have for action needed? We have co-create. Okay, so this is partnership energy. This is doing things, we can look at it in a bigger picture kind of way and saying, okay, we are co-creating with the universe. That's just manifesting. So it could be a card of manifesting. But also to working with other people. I definitely do feel the manifestation energy. Finally, we're getting to a place where we can actively try to manifest something. In the last week of January going into February, we kind of had this stagnation energy of not necessarily being able to plan for the future. But this says that we can start to at least entertain, because it says action needed. So we need to start doing in February. We can start to entertain what we actually want and really trying to actively make it happen. Again, could also be partnership energy. So basically it's saying working with a partner is a really positive thing. So if you get an opportunity in February to do that, or thinking of taking on a business partner or something like that, or thinking of getting into a relationship, this month obviously supports that. All right, what do we have issues with? Guardianship. Okay, so this is about watching over something, being protective of something, being responsible for something. And so we're having an issue with that. Okay, so we're having an issue being that protector, being able to be there as the protector. Here's what's coming through. God, this is sticking out. These cards they need to be flattened, basically. Okay, so guys, maybe you're not going to love to hear this, but it definitely does feel like issues in parenting. Okay, so you might have issues with your parents, or if you are a parent, or both, to be honest with you. Could also be issues, shout out to anybody that doesn't have kids but has pets, okay, because you're responsible for the pets. So there's some kind of issue here. You're responsible for their well-being. So there's an issue with being responsible for a particular, again, child, pet, any kind of responsibility where, you have to look over something, especially too, it could be for somebody else. If you were, so say you were watching somebody's house and you were supposed to feed their plants while they were away for the month in February, and something could go awry. Something could go off the beaten path, right? Because it's under issues. So it's saying we might have issues with something. So, yeah, I gave a couple of examples there, but we definitely have issues over being that guardian, being that protector. Something kind of goes, I don't want to say wrong, but awry is a good word. Okay, what else is challenging this month? Okay, we have Queen upside down, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. Okay, challenge being in our Queen energy. Okay, so it comes in the shadow. Okay, so we're having issues with being in our feminine energy. And especially, again, both males and females have feminine energy, but I'm specifically now talking to anybody that identifies more as a female, is that we're not necessarily getting into that queen energy. But again, in general, we can have feminine energy. Everybody has feminine energy. So it's about, what is feminine energy about? It's about receiving. It's about being creative, being empathetic, being compassionate, being present, being in our being ourselves, right? And so we have all these challenges that may have something to do with that. Yeah, there's not too much more I could say there. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think, can I explain that any other way? I don't think so. Okay, what's changing? It's changing, chaos and conflict. Yay, okay. Thank God. We don't want chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict just means, to me, it's the opposite of flow. Okay, we want things to flow really well. Okay, and so when we have chaos and we have conflict, it doesn't flow as well. Okay, because it's challenging. And so that's changing. So basically it's saying, hey, we're changing. Things are going to, so what's the opposite? Going into more flow. So things are going to be not as challenging anymore, and we might be moving into a more harmonious type of energy in general for February. It doesn't feel as hard. Things feel a little bit easier. And guys, I don't know about you, but I welcome this energy all day, every day. All right, what do we need to focus on? Signal. Okay, so looking at the signs, yeah, focus on signs that things are getting better, signs that things are changing into flow, angel signs, numbers, things like that. This could also be, I'm getting like red flag, green flag. So basically it's saying focus on the red flags, focus on the green flags. Could be relationships, could be jobs, could be other people, could be our friends groups, etc. Okay, so just look out for any signs of, again, positive or negative. I will say this too, that it's under focus. Spirit is saying don't ignore them. You saw what you saw, okay, and definitely trusting your intuition can play a huge part in this as well. Especially with the first thing I say. I think a lot of people come to me and they say, how do I know this was an actual sign? To me, if your soul recognizes it as a sign, you could just tell, Is it your ego trying to make things up and try to, fit things into a puzzle piece and make it seem like a sign? Or is it really anything that feels like a coincidence, usually is a sign? So it's got to feel that way, right? It's got to feel coincidental. It can't be manufactured, right? Is it natural or is it manufactured? So, yeah, so just look out for the signs is basically what Spirit is saying here. What do we need to reflect on, guys? What's a good reflection for this month? We have Seeker. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Ooh, this could take us all month. So the truth seeker, I'm talking to you. Seeking truth, seeking wisdom. What are you curious about? Okay, what is important to you? What do you want to know so deeply about? This is a really good month for conspiracy theorists. You might be going down the rabbit hole, let's just be honest. So reflect on that. Reflect on your ability to be insatiably curious and trying to look for the truth. So definitely you're going to be 100% going down the rabbit hole about something. I know some of you guys out there like me are like, when do I not do that? But But I definitely do feel like the truth seeker in all the archetype in all of us, as far as the collective goes, is definitely going to be activated for sure. But definitely reflecting on your relationship with curiosity, definitely. Sorry guys, I think somebody's like vacuuming above me, but there might be a weird noise coming. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a vacuum in the apartment above me. Sorry. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, responsibilities. The fates. Okay, we haven't had the fates in a while. So you're only, I love the fates because I feel like it's part of the flow cards, right? Because basically it's saying like, it is what it is. What will be. Okay, you don't actually have to actively do anything, and that's part of the queen energy, the feminine energy. Feminine energy is flow. Okay, and so it's basically saying like, let things happen to me. Okay, by the way, I feel like manifestation is also, it's kind of like a combo, but it does have the aspects. There are aspects to the feminine energy when it comes to manifestation. What do you believe, and what are your thoughts? Okay, how do you feel about something? How do you think about something? Okay, and so get those right, but you also have to take action, right? But this is basically saying, not necessarily take action, right? It's saying like, your responsibility is to be open. Your responsibility is to trust. Okay, that's part of feminine energy, okay? It's basically saying that trust that everything is going to work itself out, okay? What is fated is going to be fated. So this is important, and I have a feeling it's coming up because you might feel like you missed an opportunity, okay? Let me be clear to you guys. What is for you will not pass you, okay? That is part of the fates card, okay? That's what it's saying here. So your responsibility is to understand that. Okay, so if you miss an opportunity this month, or you don't get an opportunity, you don't get a job, you don't get whatever, somebody dumps you, or, ghosts you or something, what will be, and that's it. It's not fated, or it is fated, or, however the outcome is. Okay, so it's kind of like letting go of that control in that way, which is something that we need, right? So I like that the bully showed up one more time, and it's like, hey, the control stuff, it's out. Okay, we're going into flow this month, okay? Okay, let's see what money, finances, and career has to say. Self-trust. Okay, speaking of trust, we need to trust ourselves. And so, yeah, that's part of this, right? It's basically saying that we need to trust that we're on the right path. We need to trust that everything will work itself out with money, finances, and career. We need to trust ourselves. This is a good card, fares well if you are more so in a position where you control your income. I'm talking about sales. I'm talking about picking up freelance work, without like I'm not talking fixed salary here. It's saying like, if you have a job that works on commission, this is good. This fares well for that. If you're an entrepreneur and own a business, this fares well for that. So you need to trust in yourself and your abilities to get stuff done and bring in money. And trust that everything is going to work itself out. So really good card for all of those that I mentioned. All right, surprise. Angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Aw, look at us in our angel era. Okay, we haven't had an angel in a while. So we might be doing philanthropic, sorry, guys, having a bad brain day today. Philanthropic work, philanthropy, humanitarian work, that kind of thing. Just helping people when we can. This is great. This shows, it's an example that you have something to give. So you might be, I talk a lot about like survival mode. We might not be so much in survival mode anymore. But again, it feels like it's like a spurt of something. So you might, maybe randomly decide to do something. Maybe doesn't mean like where you are. It just kind of comes out of the blue. Yeah, but not too much more I can say there. So you're going that direction. Again, it's under surprise, so it might not be something that you planned. Okay, friends, observer. Okay, so this is about observing. So this is not about participating. The opposite of observing is participating. So basically, this is saying like you're looking out from the what do I want to say here? You are you're on the inside, but you're looking at it as an observer, right? So this could be within like your friends group, and basically like you're not necessarily Like you're seeing things for what they actually are. You are watching it unfold. So the fact that it's under friends, this a good example for this could be like you're in your friends group and some drama is happening, right? And you're the observer. Makes sense, right? Because we're leaving we're staying out of the drama, right? That's kind of what the change is up there. And so you're staying out of the drama, so you are becoming the mutual party, and you're saying, nope, you guys figure it out. This doesn't involve me. Don't involve me. And I'm just watching everything unfold with my popcorn on the side. That's observer energy, okay? Not getting involved. Romantic connection. Love. Aw, okay. There's actually not too much I can say here. Lots of love in our romantic connection. Great month for, we have a holiday. We have Valentine's Day. So this is really, really great card to get for that. So I mentioned, no. That was the last, but okay. So in the weekly, what I'm trying to reference is in the weekly, I talked about higher self coming, like if we come from a place of higher self, we come from a place of being more powerful and more empowered, right? And so the opposite of love is fear. Okay, and so basically we're utilizing our higher self and love in our relationships and our romantic connection. That's a really positive thing. That's what Spirit is saying here. So, very, very little ego, which is really good in our romantic connections. And just pure, coming from like a more authentic and again, higher self lens, which creates more bonds, which creates more intimacy, vulnerability, and connection. Okay, so it's really good here, whether you're dating, but especially for romantic couples, for sure. Okay, what's important? Okay, orphan child, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Okay. Okay, so this is about learning to like being alone, embracing solitude in a positive way. So it's important that you do that. So if you find yourself alone, speaking of, Valentine's Day, maybe some of us are not with somebody, it's okay. And it's important that you do embrace that, embrace your independence in that way. That's actually a really good message for this month. So embracing solitude, because it could be a really, really positive thing for sure. Okay, health and wellness, we have thinker. Okay, so this is really about bringing logic into it. This could fare well for research. So if we're on a mental health journey and our therapist or psychologist recommends a drug and you're not sure if you want to take it, basically the thinker is supporting, go and research it on your own. Research the side effects, research, how long it's been around, the clinical trials, everything. Research. Obviously, if you have a chronic illness, you know about research. You have to basically know more than your own doctor. So taking the logical approach to things is really positive for health and wellness. There's not much more I can say here. And what do we end the month with, guys? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, God, what a good card. Awe, ecstasy, complete euphoria, basically, and pleasure, all of those good things. So we're ending the month in a way better place from where we started, for sure. Okay, we just have to kick that bully energy, that control energy. We have to kick it, because all other signals point to getting more into a flow place, getting into a less chaotic or toxic and conflicting place. And then once we get to the end, basically it's saying we can enjoy the fruits of our labor. We can enjoy things that are more lighthearted, more fun, more, again, euphoric. And I love that for you guys. All right. Guys, I'm loving it. I'm loving February. I'm looking forward to it for sure. So guys, again, put down comments down below. If it resonates, if it doesn't resonate with you, always come back to it. Sometimes I like for the months to watch it in the beginning of the month, watch it in the middle of the month, watch it towards the end of the month. see what transpires. I think it's really fun to do it that way. All right, guys, have a wonderful February, and I will see you for the next weeklies. And of course, I'll see you again in March. All right, bye, guys.